question is asked, will that lead to a Nobel Prize? That is not the way it was at any point in my life. The Nobel Prize was not an issue that was always in mind. It was rarely, if ever, in one's mind. I remember when when I was at Stanford University as a very junior professor, one of the professors won the Nobel Prize, and it was quite exciting, but it was not in any way part of my life. And it really wasn't until I had completed most of the work relevant to the Standard Model that it became likely in my mind that there might be a Nobel Prize. And in fact, the year before I won the Nobel Prize, I was jolted out of bed by a telephone call at 6 a.m. in early October, when the Nobel Prizes were to be announced. And ran to the telephone, and it was just it was a pocket call from my live-in lady who was taking care of our children. She was out on a date and trying to call a taxi. She called me instead. But the issue was just not one that came to mind. And if you spend your efforts aiming toward a Nobel Prize, you're almost certainly guaranteed to fail. That's not the way it goes. You don't aim for a Nobel Prize. You don't try to win a Nobel Prize. You try to do good science. And if you go do good science, you may or may not win a Nobel Prize. There are many extremely accomplished scientists who deserve a Nobel Prize who did not win a Nobel Prize. And there are also many who won a Nobel Prize who did not deserve a Nobel Prize. So it's sort of a random honor. And if you spend your life aiming towards such a silly goal, you will fail.